that you made your way up to Shamineau and visit the horses, but don't eat the hay. Down at the waterfront, it's mighty fine. At the ropes course, there's an awesome zip line. I think I'll end this with the number 9, and I don't know what that means. I just came out and said it. Don't know if we are ever gonna get it. I wish I had a point, but I probably forget it. Glad you're here at Camp Shamineau. We'll learn together, we'll have a good time. I can't say that I've ever punched a mine, even though we had it coming, and I don't know what that means. I just came out and said it. Don't know if we are ever gonna get it. I wish I had a point, but I probably forget it. Glad you're here at Camp Shamineau. Glad you're here at Camp Shamineau. Glad you're here at camp. Glad you're here at camp. Glad you're here at Camp Shamineau.
Welcome to today's live stream. I'm Bethany. I'll be your host today. Our theme today is underwater, so I'm enjoying the live underwater. See that going swimming around. Today's sponsor is the wakeboard camp we used to have, so we're gonna throw it back and watch a video from that.
Wakeboard. Come on.
Wow, that was amazing. There was a girl in there, Emily. She was an instructor, and she's actually on American Ninja Warrior, so that's pretty cool. So today, our keyword of the day is water, because we are underwater. So every time you see water or hear the word water or anything with the root word of water, tally that down, and then send us an email with the number of times that you have seen or heard water during the live stream, and we will let you know if you are a winner. We have some of yesterday's winners with us. So Stephanie Hornquist got first, gets 50,000 cabin points. Good job, Stephanie. Shout out to you. And then second was Lily England with second place, 25K to you, 25,000 cabin points. And then Isaac took third with 10,000 cabin points. Keep adding those up because you can turn those in at the end of the week and get a cool prize. So some of the things that you will need today are a pen and pencil, stuff like that for the craft, I think. So this is just going to be a reminder to post your activities and stuff that goes along with our theme on Facebook and tag us in it. We would love to see it and get cabin points for it. So to start it off, 1,000 cabin points for just being on the live stream. And then we can go on to our jokes. This is my favorite one. Okay. Joke number 1. How do you make an octopus laugh? With 10 tickles. Duh. 10 tickles. 10 tickles. So good. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a fish? Swimming trunks. I like that one. It actually took me a while to get, but. How do squids get to school? They take the octobus. Duh. Octopus. This is a knock-knock joke. So, knock-knock. Who's there? Manatee. Manatee who? Manatee would be better than a sweater today because it's hot. So good. What is the ocean's favorite Christmas song? Do you see what I see? Get it? Because the ocean is also known as the sea, S-E-A. That's great. Well, now that we're done with our jokes, I'm going to send it on over to the vlog with Jackson.
So, as you can see, we are underwater. Well, at least I was. So I've been out here studying fish. And know what I've learned? I've learned a lot. So, here, there's a fish. Okay. Right there. Right there. Do you see it? Right there. Okay. I don't know if you saw it. But the fish, they can teach you so much. So, like that fish, it was just swimming by, just minding its own business, and then, whoa, just like that, it started swimming away fast. You know what that showed me? When you see something here in the woods, you just look at it, look for a second, and then run. So, just like that. See? That's what you can do. The fish, they teach you so much. You just keep watching them, and they'll keep teaching you more. So, let's just go. Keep looking around. So, as we look around for these fish, we just keep studying them. Keep looking for new behaviors. So, just keep watching those fish, seeing what they do. Like sharks, a while back they taught me how to eat my food fast. Because all they do is they just eat it in one bite. They just go, and then they're done. And so you know what? I tried that, and it actually worked out pretty good. So now, when I go to eat, and that's what you have to do to eat. See, the fish, they can teach you so much. And that is your daily vlog.
Wow, thanks Jackson. That, as a lifeguard, that really brought a lot to light for me. Some of the truths of our lake. Hey! Stop running! Hurt my ears. Being a lifeguard, you gotta be able to blow on the whistle very hard, and sometimes it hurts your own ears. But that's what you do when you're a lifeguard. You risk it all for the kids. Another thing I learned while being a lifeguard is how to do that. It's so cool. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. Next is our skill, done by Emily. So, we'll take it on over to her.
Hello everyone, so I would like to show you a new toy that my father has given me. I have my parents' permission to use this. So we have this dead tree here. Dead tree. And I am cutting with this very cool saw. I don't remember the name of it. But yes, I'm going to cut this branch now. See? It's going to die. Yes. I'm gonna try to get it on tape, but we'll see what happens. I am cutting into this branch. I don't know if you can really see it on video, but it's literally so easy and it takes like no effort. It's going good, Mom. Okay. So yeah, welcome to yard work with my family. Well, there's the finished product right there. That's the branch I took down. Which one? That one. That one's the branch I took down. I'm very strong, so watch out.
Thank you so much, Emily. That was so insightful. Now I got a shark behind me. Whoa. Shark behind me. He's so cute. I'm gonna pet him. He's great. One of Emily's favorite animals actually is sharks. Sharks. They're so cute. Why wouldn't you love them? So now I'm gonna bring up the question for the day. You guys can go ahead and answer this in the comments below. My question for you guys is, what is your favorite water activity during the summer? I know that me and my sisters, we used to play with the hose and we'd spray it all on each other and stuff. It was great. It was a good time. Slip and slides, that's another great one. So underrated. Even just, you know, lounging on your boat on the lake. 10 out of 10. Good stuff. So yeah, make sure you guys are keeping up with anything that has to do with water. This would be a point because he's in the water. See? Yeah. So every time someone says water or you see water, count it as a tally and then let us know the number that you got at the end of the live stream, and we will let you know how close you were and who gets first, second, and third place. And remember, you get cabin points for how well you do that. So watch out for the water. Next is something to do with Callie. Never mind, it's not next. I'll bring up the weekly verse, which is Deuteronomy 6:5. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and with all your strength. Which is a lot harder than it sounds, but hey, we're all human and we all try our best. Am I right or am I right? So yeah, I'm actually feeling kind of parched. You know what I could use? I could use some water. So I got a water bottle right here. There's hardly any water in it. It's about to be empty. Empty water bottle is worth like nothing. So stay hydrated. Drink your water all the time. So what we have up next is the Devo with Larry, and he will share some good stuff with you.
Hey, thanks, Bethany. Hey, I have the privilege today of just sharing you from God's Word. Standing here at Lake Shamineau, since it's underwater day, and just wanted to share a story with you. Sometimes we really struggle, and I know this time, this COVID that's going on right now, we really struggle with what is God doing. And we struggle sometimes with trusting God and what that looks like. And I just want to share a story with you of how the Israelites, especially Moses, trusted God. It was after the Pharaoh released them after the 10 plagues, and the Israelites had left Egypt, and Pharaoh heard that they had left, and he sent 600 chariots and his army to chase them, and they ended coming to the Red Sea, kind of like this, I guess. And they came to the shore, and they turned to Moses, and they started complaining. Why did you bring us here? God can't save us. Why did you bring us here? And Moses, asking God, say, God, what do I do? And God said, you would think the Israelites would have already known God was there, because they had this pillar of cloud in the day and a pillar of fire at night that led them. And the Bible says in Exodus that the pillar went behind them, and God told Moses to raise his staff. And I would have loved to have seen this. He raised his staff, and all night an east wind came, and it blew an opening in the Red Sea. All night it blew. So then the Israelites could walk across that. There was probably about 1 million of them, plus cattle and all kinds of stuff to get across the Red Sea. Now, I was actually watching TV, and I don't know if sometimes you argue with TV. Sometimes I do. There was a man on TV that was a documentary saying, well, the Israelites didn't actually cross at the Red Sea. They crossed at the Reed Sea, and the Reed Sea is only like 12 inches deep. And so not a big deal, because winds come nowadays and blow openings in the water. And I'm watching this and I'm going, wait a minute. You got to read the rest of the story, because it was a bigger miracle if that happened than what God did to them crossing to the Red Sea. Because after the Israelites crossed the Red Sea and trusted God in that process, the Egyptian army came after them. And the Bible says that the waters flooded over them and killed them, and the chariots and the horses. Now, if it was the Reed Sea and the water was only this deep, that's a bigger miracle yet. Because as they crossed the Reed Sea, the whole Egyptian army was destroyed in 12 inches of water. Keep the horses face down. That would be bizarre. But you see, as we trust God, God does some incredible things that we may not understand, but He takes care of His children. And boy, I hope today that you're one of God's kids. I hope you've accepted Jesus as your Savior and your Lord. And I hope that you trust Him. Because as we trust God, we can rely on Him and say, okay, God, how are you going to walk us through this? How are you going to walk us through the coronavirus? How are you going to walk us through the economy? How are you going to walk us through getting back to school? But God, we need to trust You and rely on You. So today, as you're out looking and being part of life, look and see what God is doing and trust Him totally. Hey, thanks for letting me share a little story with you. Hey, Bethany, back to you.
As a lifeguard, I never mess around. Take everything seriously. Speaking of taking things seriously, I thought of something to do if you're ever bored. So, today's word is water, right? And it's kind of fun to see what other words that you can make out of water. We came up with 14 words, I'm sure you could make more, of words that you can make out of water. Some of them are tea in rat, and tear or tear. Wart is one. Those are kind of nasty. Eat, war, rate, ETA, awe, if you count it, AWE. So go ahead and see how many words that you can make out of water. Again, there's another point here because our little shark is in water. Next we will be doing next we have snack time. It's literally my favorite time. Oh, this is great. Look at this. I got strawberries. Do you know strawberries are just full of nutrients and water and a little bit of sugar, but that's okay because they also have water in them. Make sure you don't eat strawberries that are moldy because that's gross. There's one that's kind of moldy in here. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead, pass it to out the window weather. Enjoy your snacks. Wow. I got so much from that. Didn't you guys? Thank you, Scout, for the out the window weather today. I now know how to dress for the occasion of being underwater. Obviously, because I have my swimsuit on and my sunglasses, like every lifeguard should have. And look at this! My background changed. It's nice and sunny. I'm glowing, kind of like an angel. What's behind me? Whoa. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. So, now we're going to move on to Fun with Herb. That'll be great. I wonder if he has any water in his.
Ready.
Hey guys, welcome to Fun with Herb. Today we're gonna have some fun, but it's also gonna be pretty practical as well. you need to know how to do some basic auto maintenance. So first of all, I have to pop the hood on this. It'll just take a second. I'll reach in under the dash here. There's a lever that you pull and it pops open, but it doesn't come all the way open. That's a safety. You have to reach in here and feel around a whole bunch of places. They move them around on different, there we go. It's here, there we go. There's a little lever you have to pull up and they move it around on different cars. This one is spring loaded, so it stays up. Often there's a bar you have to put up. All right, here's the inside of the engine of my car. We're gonna check the oil first. Now, you're gonna be looking for what's called a dipstick. Now, way down here, I'll pull it up so you can see it. Sometimes they're a round circle. This one has a handle and it says engine oil. Push it down, take it out. Now, I'm gonna wipe this off with a rag, and then we're gonna stick it down in again. Make sure it gets to the bottom, and then pull it up. Now, this will tell us if our engine has enough oil. I don't know if you can see how the oil is on there, and on mine and on most of them, there's a mark. This one has 2 holes. I want the oil somewhere between those holes. This one has hash marks on it. It's supposed to help you see it. So this one was fine, but if it were low, I would need to add some oil. That's easy to do. Somewhere on my engine, there's going to be a cap that looks like this. It even says engine oil. Okay? Yours might also have a number on it that tells you what kind of oil. But if I needed to add oil, I would just take this off, and that's where I'm going to add oil. Look at this. Here's something that I do on all my cars, because my cars are all old. Somewhere in the engine compartment, there's usually a place to sneak a bottle of oil or a can of oil where it won't fall out and rattle around somewhere. On this car, it takes what's called 5W30. Now, you might see them in the store that say 10W30 or 10W40. You need to look at the owner's manual, or sometimes on the cap it tells you what kind. And I would just open this up and pour it right down that hole where that cap was. All right, so that's the oil, but there's a few other things we can check as well. I want to make sure my radiator has enough fluid in it. Now, it used to be you would take this cap off here, but never, 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 never open that up when your car is hot, okay? Now, your car, I'm sure, has a little container like this that will say radiator coolant, okay? You can open it up, and if I look down in there, I'll see a line and it'll tell me how much ought to be in here, okay? And you can just go to any auto store, a lot of hardware stores, Walmart, and get a can of coolant and pour it in there. Another thing you're going to want to check is for your brakes and your power steering. Now, here's what the brake reservoir looks like. It'll be some sort of clear plastic up towards the back of the motor. I want to kind of clean it off a little bit, because when I open it up, I don't want to get junk falling in there, because this is fairly sensitive. Now I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to take a look. And when I look down in there, there's usually a little marking that says fill it to this high. Here's something you can kind of cheat on. If you take the cap off, and I can't make this one do it now, but if you take the cap off, and when you take it off, this funny little rubber thing is sticking way out, yeah, that means you're probably low. And I can buy some brake fluid and pour it in there. Now, never mix up your brake fluid with your power steering fluid. They're two different things. So here's another container that says power steering fluid, do not overfill. And it's the same thing like the brake stuff. I take it off and I look down in there, and there will be a little line that tells me fill it to this height. All right, we're going to check just one more thing. If you really want to get fancy and show your mom and dad how impressive you are, you can also check the transmission fluid. Now here's where it gets a little funky. You have to have the car running. So there's going to be lots of motors and fans and things going on here that you have to be really careful of. But you get it running, let the car warm up. In fact, it's best if you are going to the grocery store or something like that. Drive to the grocery store, and when you come home, don't shut the car off. Leave it running, pop the hood like we did, and somewhere in this engine compartment is going to be something that looks like the oil dipstick. And here's this one back here. And it says trans fluid, transmission fluid. I need this all running, and I will pull it out, being very careful not to hit anything. And it will look it'll look a lot like the oil dipstick, and there will be markings as to where the oil should be. Now, because this car isn't running, it's kind of hard to see. But same thing, pull it out, wipe it off, stick it back down in, pull it out, and see where the fluid is on those markings. So there you go. You can now do some of your own basic automotive checking. We know how to check the oil, and we know how to fill the oil. We know how to check the radiator fluid. We know how to check brake fluid. We know how to check power steering fluid, and we know that those are two different kinds. We know that we can actually hide some oil in the engine compartment for whenever we need it, and we know how to check the transmission fluid. Transmission fluid, if it's low, guess what? You got to be able to pour it down that little tiny hole. So it's best to get a funnel that'll fit down in that. All right, there you go. Some quick auto maintenance. Check all of those things out before you go on a big long trip, and you might save yourself some headaches. All right, thanks so much. See you guys later.
Hey, no Speedos! Ever! Anywhere, no one, no. Oh, hey guys, welcome back. Caught me in the middle of me doing my lifeguard duties, saving everyone's eyes. So, that was awesome, learning about cars and engines. The most I know how to do is change a tire, but hey, I just learned a whole lot more about my own car. If you guys are still watching live, you can have 900 cabin points because you made it this far. Congratulations. And even though Herb wasn't underwater like Scout, we still learned a lot of valuable things from him, and that water sometimes needs to go in your engine. Who knew? Next, we have a game with Emily. So, send it off to her.
Welcome to the vast world of the underwater playground. We will discover both above and below the surface of the water, both raging in calm seas, and that which lies underneath. Here we see much wildlife that belongs in the sea. And here we have the elusive cat shark. As you can see in its natural habitat. As springtime comes, and the earth begins to warm, the glaciers, they melt, and the water cascades down into the basin. Here you will notice a giant sea pupper lapping up the fresh water to give itself life. The statue still hoarse, needs to jump into the water to take a refreshing swim. Here, the nervous bovine is encouraged by his mother to take a leap into the basin for the first time. This spongy elephant will also take a dip and soak up much water to be used later. This very round unicorn, with an exceptional ability to float, will also dip in the basin. As you'll notice, the top heaviness makes it very difficult to be upright, but gives it a very good opportunity to drink from the fresh water. It is quite interesting to see the many species gathered near the basin, including this prehistoric pterodactyl who will swoop over to then join the colony. This giant shell lies beneath the Earth's crust and will also join the basin. Join us for the 83-hour marathon, which will follow the escapades and journey of the giant sea pupper in the basin.
Wow, that was so beautiful and emotional. That sea pupper just really got me. I'm not crying, you are. Anyways, if you guys didn't get that or understand the game, what happened there was Emily, our intern, sent us a video of nature, and we had to put a narrative over it. So that can be something to do if you're bored. Find some National Geographic type video and put a sound, a voiceover over it, and yeah, that can bring a lot of entertainment and laughs if you're bored. So we're about done with our live today. I just want to remind you guys to keep signing up for summer camp because we still have registrations open, and we are still planning on running for the summer. So yeah, that'll be all for today. It was great having you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Signing out.
Welcome to camp, we're glad you've come. Hope you're ready to have some fun. If you got bad breath, then chew some gum. The summer started and we're glad you're here. We've been waiting for you for a year. Once my uncle got chased by a deer, and I don't know what that means. I just came out and said it. Don't know if we are ever gonna get it. I wish I had a point, but I probably forget it. Glad you're here at Camp Shamineau. Excited that you made your way up to Shamineau.